Let's get one thing straight right from the start. The idea that you need a six-figure salary or a lucky inheritance to start building wealth is honestly one of the biggest myths out there. It's a convenient excuse that keeps people stuck in the same financial cycle year after year. The truth is, building wealth has less to do with how much you make and everything to do with what you do with what you have. It's about habits, discipline, and, a little bit of financial education. Anyone, and I mean anyone, can start the journey to financial freedom, even if your starting line is a minimum wage job and a pile of student loan debt. The key is to simply begin. Think of it like this. No one expects you to bench press 300 pounds on your first day at the gym. You start with the empty bar, then maybe add a couple of small plates. Building wealth works the exact same way. Your first rep might be saving just $20 from a paycheck. It feels insignificant, almost pointless. But that single act is what builds the muscle. It's the foundation upon which everything else is built. The person who saves $20 a month is infinitely further ahead than the person who earns twice as much but saves nothing, waiting for that perfect time to start. That time never comes. Today is the day you start. I've seen it happen countless times. I know people who started their journey with nothing more than a few $100s to their name, working entry-level jobs that barely covered the rent, and deciding to take control of your financial future starting right now with whatever you have. Before you can tell your money where to go, you have to figure out where it's currently going. This is the most crucial and honestly the most eye-opening step. Most people have a vague idea of their expenses, but vague doesn't cut it. You need to become a detective. Your finances are the case you need to crack. Track every single dollar. Yes, every dollar. That $5 coffee, that $2 pack of gum, that $15 subscription. It all needs to be accounted for. This isn't about judging yourself. It's about gathering data. You're collecting evidence. Use a budgeting app or a simple spreadsheet. Commit for 1 month to logging every transaction. Link your bank accounts and cards to an app like Mint or Personal Capital, or go old school with a notebook. Consistency matters more than method. After 30 days, you'll have a crystal clear picture of your habits. You'll likely be shocked. You might discover you're spending $200 a month on takeout when you thought it was only $50. This isn't a failure. It's a breakthrough. You've identified the leaks in your financial boat. Now categorize the data. Break it into essentials and non-essentials. Now that you know where your money is going, it's time to redirect some of it. This is the part where people get scared. They imagine a life of eating nothing but rice and beans and never leaving the house. That's not the goal. The goal is to be intentional with your spending. It's about cutting back aggressively on the things you don't truly value so you have more money for the things you do, like investing in your future. Start with the big 3 expenses for most people: housing, transportation, food. Let's talk housing. This is often the biggest money pit. If your rent or mortgage is eating up more than 30% of your take-home pay, you might be house poor. Could you get a roommate to split the costs? For transportation, is it possible to use public transit, bike, or walk instead of driving everywhere? Learn to love meal prepping. Finally, you need to conduct a subscription audit. That gym membership you haven't used in 6 months? Cancel it. Those 3 streaming services when you only really watch one? Cut the other 2. Every dollar you reclaim is a dollar you can put to work building your wealth. There are 2 sides to the wealth-building equation: cutting expenses and increasing your income. Increasing your income, on the other hand, has virtually no limit. Start by looking at the skills you already have. Are you good at writing, graphic design? Websites like Upwork and Fiverr connect freelancers with clients all over the world. Maybe you're handy and can assemble IKEA furniture for people in your neighborhood through an app like TaskRabbit. You could become a tutor. Driving for Uber, delivering food for DoorDash, these platforms offer incredible flexibility. I knew a guy who set a goal to earn an extra $50 every Saturday morning by delivering groceries with Instacart. That's $200 a month or $2,400 a year. Could you walk dogs in your neighborhood? This extra cash can be funneled directly into your wealth-building machine. It's the ultimate way to take control and turbocharge your financial future, turning your free time into future freedom. The word investing scares a lot of people. They picture Wall Street traders in expensive suits shouting into phones, or complex charts and graphs they don't understand. Forget all of that. At its core, investing is simply making your money work for you. Thanks to modern tech, you can begin with as little as $5. The key is to get started and let time do the heavy lifting. Start with low-cost index funds or ETFs, exchange-traded funds. Think of an index fund like a big basket holding tiny pieces of hundreds or thousands of companies. For example, an S&P 500 index fund holds shares in the 500 largest companies in the United States. Open an account with a reputable, low-cost brokerage, Vanguard, Fidelity, or Charles Schwab. Many have no account minimums. You can open an account with $0. Set up an automatic bank transfer. This is the most important part. Decide on an amount you can afford every week or month, even $25. Automate an investment into a broad market fund like VTI, Vanguard Total Stock Market ETF. Your first investment, however small, is a monumental step toward a different financial future. We've covered a lot: tracking your spending, the magic of compound interest. It might feel overwhelming, but it all boils down to one simple idea: start small and start now. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Your journey to financial independence doesn't begin when you get a big raise or when you finally pay off your debt. It begins today with the next dollar you touch. It begins with the decision to make a cup of coffee at home instead of buying one. It begins with opening that brokerage account, even if you only have $10 to put in it. Don't try to do everything at once. Pick one thing from this blueprint and focus on it for the next week. Maybe your goal is simply to track your spending for 7 days without judgment. These small, manageable actions build momentum. Each small win will give you the confidence to take on the next challenge. Wealth isn't built in a day. It's built in daily actions, repeated over and over again until they become second nature. This is your moment. Your habits do. All you have to do is take the first step.